Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello scholars, today we will be talking about how to write a good title. Yes, how to write a good title. Titling has been described as the most important and essential part of writing process. To craft the perfect title, it requires time and diligence, no doubt. It may seem logical to you to create the title first and then write your essay. But let me share a tip. That's reverse is great. The opposite is good enough because the opposite can be more beneficial and impressive. Yes, it predicts the content, number one. It predicts the content. What does the title do? It predicts the content. It catches the reader's attention and interest. It includes keywords. It reflects the tone. Yes, that's the functions of a title. And title is like a head, and your appearance, you go for the writing afterwards, but you consult the title first. That was the title of this poem. But what was the trick? That write your title at the end of your writing. Although the rough topic will be in your mind, the rough title would be in your mind, that would lead your writing. But when you finish your writing, then go for the title. Set a good title, craft a good title for that writing. So that's a tip, that after your essay, at the end of your paragraph, you must think over the topic, that what should be its proper topic that would sum up whole of the discussion that has been done in the paragraph. So what are the qualities of a good title? We'll be talking about after we will be talking about that. So let's talk about the qualities of a good title. Number one, you should keep in mind that writing title isn't just putting words together, or rather it needs creativity. A title must possess certain qualities. Obviously, everything must have some qualities. Same is the case with the title, because title is the first appearance or the first introduction of you, first introduction to the reader. So what is the first quality of a good title? That it must be eye-catching. Obviously it must be eye-catching, and then it would be attention-catching as well, because appearance is very important, and appearance is the first introduction. Appearance is the first introduction, and then someone goes for the content. But first he sees the appearance, obviously. So it must be eye-catching. Your title should be eye-catching. If your title is interesting, it catches readers' attention, obviously. And if it's not good enough, the reader would run away from the title right away. So what would be the second quality? That is easy to read. Obviously nobody likes difficult and complicated titles, so stay away from difficult phrases and uncommon words. So number three, that must be believable. Some writers use false or unbelievable words or phrases to make their titles catchy. In this effort, they stray away from truth or reality. As a result, they don't get positive response from the reader. So that's the next quality, that must be believable. And next, that must be brief. As brevity is the soul of writing, your title should be as brief as possible. A short title quickly convinces the reader, so the writer must be brief enough. Brief doesn't mean short, it means that it should also encompass or cover the total essence of the paragraph as well. Next, it must be in active voice if there is need of that. First you should try that there shouldn't be any kind of sentence, whether active or passive. But if there's a necessity or it becomes compulsory for you to write a whole sentence, then it must be in active, not in passive voice. So if your title contains verbs, always make sure that they are in active voice rather than in passive voice. Next, accuracy. Your title should be accurate. It should be confusing or misleading. It shouldn't be like that. You should give your reader a clear idea of what they are going to read in the paragraph or in essay. So that's very important that it must be accurate, it must be relevant to the paragraph content. If that's quite far away, your reader may not trust you, that the topics are quite interesting but the whole paragraph isn't relevant to that one. So it must be linked to the main idea. I mean, your title should be related to your main idea or dominant impression of the paragraph. And the next, image creating. A good title is always image creating because our subconscious mind recognizes only the images. So the words that produce or that the words that create some kind of image in your mind, that are most effective words. Mind it, very important tip here. So a good title is always image creating. You can create image by using different metaphors, similes, or other comparisons, by using sensory details. You can also add color to it, color to your title. It doesn't mean the physical colors, but colors of imagination, colors of catchy words like that. So you may use such kind of words. So that must be catchy, your title, so it must be attention catching as well. What to avoid in titles? Yes, what you are not going when you are writing a good title. Do not make your title too long. As I have said earlier, that it mustn't be long. It must be a phrase. It can be a phrase, it can be a word. Make it concise and unique. It must be concise and unique. Do not use cliche, overused impressions, overused expressions, like that. And there must be like a cliche in the titles, and worn out phrases should be avoided. Never steal another author's title. Stealing is bad thing forever, so never steal another's impression. The tone of the title should not be contrast to the material. If the material is serious, the title shouldn't be humorous or light-hearted. It shouldn't be like that. It should match the content as well. So if that is ironical, the tone is ironical, the title should be ironical. If the tone is soft, then the title must be soft as well. There must be soft words in the title as well. So that's all about the notes of the titles. And what about formatting? Capitalize all words except the articles. Capitalize all the words except articles, coordinating conjunctions, and prepositions. So avoid these things to capitalize, or otherwise capitalize the beginning of every word. Like if there is a topic qualities of a good title, then Q obviously would be in capital, of small, O and of small, qualities of a small because it's article, and good G maybe capital, yes, G, good. Paragraph or title T capital title. Let's talk about the formatting of the title. Capitalize all words except articles, except coordinating conjunctions and prepositions. Suppose there's a title, how to write a title, then how, obviously it will take H as capital. How to, TO2, that's preposition, that mustn't be in block letters, capital letters. How to write, W capital because it's a verb. How to write a article, so it must be in small letter, so that is a small. How to write a good, G capital, title, T capital. So we see that if there is some article, if there is coordinating conjunction, and, or, but, or if there is some preposition, they are not in capital, number one. And number two, don't put quotation marks around the title. There mustn't be quotation mark. You would have never seen, except some unusual cases. So the title shouldn't be in quotation marks. And number three, do not underline the title. That's a great mistake. Another way to highlight is that every word should be capital. That's a simple rule, but you shouldn't underline it. That's a bad idea. And number four, be sure to center the title on the page. It must be centralized on the page. An extra tip that there should not be full stop or period at the end of the title. Avoid putting period at the end of the title. So that's all. I think that you have got a lot from the session. So we have discussed that how to write a good title, what are the qualities of a good title, and what to avoid, what are the don'ts of a title, and what should be the formatting, proper formatting of title. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.